Historic races are hugely popular. Nearly every track in the United States spends at least one day racing vintage vehicles, and each has its own flair and focus. But none is as unusual as this, the Pig and Ford races here in Tillamook, Oregon. The event consists of 5 teams, 1 man per car, racing their Ford Model Ts around a dirt track. But here's the twist, each man is holding a squirming pig under their arm. I'm here with Perry Hurleman, and he's going to show us about the car. Perry, how do you fire this thing up? How does it work?
First, we have to turn on the ignition,
Okay.
which is a spark,
Yeah.
and then you crank. You have to turn it over by cranking it by hand.
Okay. And you show us the pedals here. Which one's what?
This is your spark that adjusts your timing
Okay.
and stuff, so you adjust that down once you got it started. Anyhow, this is a low pedal, reverse, and this is the brake, and your throttle.
Okay.
The old throttle was here, but we've installed those.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then this is your high, which when you're engaged in low, you push your high in. As soon as you release low, then it's in high gear. Just
Okay.
2 speeds.
What sort of tips do you have for someone who's not so familiar with these?
Make sure that this is up all the time when you go to start it. Otherwise, it can kick back and break your arm,
Okay.
which is
And that retards the timing, so you want that up.
exactly
Up when you're starting it. Okay.
right. Down when you're going, smooths it out,
Okay.
winds higher.
Well, will you show me how to drive it?
Sure.
Great, thank you. But before I drove it, Perry wanted to explain the race itself. All right, so this is the explanation of how the whole race goes. All right, Perry, show me what you do. Everyone lines up here, 5 guys?
There'll be 5 guys here.
Okay.
5 pins we'll use over there with the pigs in them.
Okay.
Guy fires off the gun.
Okay.
Bang. Run across.
Run over, grab a pig.
Grab a pin. Come out.
All right.
Hopefully your car starts.
Yeah.
Jump on.
So what happens if it doesn't kick over off the first shot?
Then you gotta crank. You gotta get it started.
You got to get it started?
Yeah.
So I mean, is the whole thing shot at that point, or can you make it up?
No, you probably won't make it up.
Yeah. Okay.
If you miss, that's the keys. Is you got to do everything just right.
Yeah. So if you miss that
a
first
crank,
one,
you're pretty much out of it on the first deal.
Now that I understood the gravity of the race, I was finally ready to drive. Driving Perry's Model T was one of the most exciting yet frightening experiences of my life. Sadly though, I'd never be able to participate in a race. The race series is closed to new entries, and the existing teams are passed down through the generations. Even being able to drive once around the track was a huge privilege for an outsider. Though these stripped down Model Ts are over 80 years old and have long since become antiquated in the motor racing world, they're still astonishingly fun to drive. And it's heartening to see a few small-town Americans keeping the tradition of motor racing alive, especially something as delightfully unique as Pig and Ford.